You sure you made that home?
Are you just doing Wi-Fi?
Saturday.
I have no idea. I wasn't there.
Standing there, but I still don't see it.
I haven't think I'm trying to get those.
Ice or
I'll just do something with the golf course. It'll be all right. Yeah. That loses money and takes up a big part. The whole golf course. Cutting grass, fertilizer.
All right, let's call the meeting to order. Would everybody please join me in the pledge of allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Secretary, establish the quorum, please.
Yes, sir. Mike Harlow. Tiffany Becker. Yes. Shane Quinn.
Here.
Nikki Lloyd.
Here.
Barry Gardner.
Here.
Myself.
Echo.
Alan Lucas. Don Harmon. And Chris May.
Here.
Perfect. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the secretary's report.
Go ahead and tell them about this.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do a lot of talking because I don't understand.
Just remember, we have the open forum, so if there's anything that you want to ask a question on or speak about, there's sign in over here. The time
It's
limit is 2
echoing real
minutes per
bad.
person.
It's echoing
It's
real
echoing
bad.
real bad.
Sorry.
I did.
Hell, I am, that's the.
Oh, it's echoing real bad. Try it again.
Y'all think we control everything. We don't control that. Y'all control.
They can't see through that open forum. The podium, can they move it until the end? I sat behind it last month. You can't see through it.
Is the podium bothering anybody?
Not tonight. It did last week.
Thanks for bringing that up.
So now if we could, we're gonna review the January open meeting minutes. If we could get a motion to approve the January open meeting minutes.
I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes.
Motion and second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Allison, would you do the treasury report, please?
Okay, in Dawn's absence, can you hear me?
No.
Can you? Oh, there we go. Sorry. Okay. As far as the treasurer's report in section 1, revenue were favorable 184,000, or revenue were down 184,000, unfavorable year to date. The bulk of that is going to be because of the restaurant and that budgeted income that we did in May. Release that. Section 2, cost of sales, which we are set 63,000 favorable year to date, due to the restaurant or the recreation department and golf shop, having lower than budgeted revenue. And the restaurants now are favorable variance as well because we no longer have any cost associated, month through the rest of the year. Payroll across the association in section 3 were 337,000 favorable year to date. And that's due to, of course, not carrying those costs with the restaurant anymore. And, maintenance is down a couple of people, the golf shop and golf maintenance are down a couple of people. And, the admin is, we were short from what we had budgeted as well. So that makes it that 337,000 favorable variance. Operating expenses is, in section 4, is 12,000 favorable year to date. And then section 5, net income, we're at 228,000 favorable year to date. Section 6, 7, and 8 in assessments, through January, we collected 2,200, what is equivalent to 2,210 assessments out of the 2,309 budgeted, which is 96% so far. Section 11 on the treasurer's report is the reserve account details. For January, we added our budgeted $56,203 to the reserve, which represents 1/12 of the amount budgeted for the year. And then we also deposited a net profit of $6,300 from lot sales into that reserve account. And then that brings the total balance. We did spend $112,364, and that was spent on payments for the irrigation project, the firehouse apparatus bay, and the road striping that we did in January. That brings the total reserve balance, which is combined the restricted and the unrestricted money, to $1,539,215. And then in the breakdown on number 11, in the corner down there, you can see that the actual what's truly available and not earmarked for other projects in the unrestricted funding is $464,999.
Anybody have any questions on the treasurer's report? Here, none, we'll move on, and Ashley's gonna read, Mike can't be here tonight, so she's gonna read his president's report for me.
This is pretty much a repeat. Is that better?
Nope.
This is pretty much a repeat from last year, but I think it is important for all of our residents, and especially the new ones, to understand the budgetary process. Your POA staff, Budget and Finance Committee, and Board of Directors have reached that time of year again. All are currently involved in a time-consuming project of developing our annual budget for 2020-2021. As always, we have many challenges and considerations, new requirements by the state of Georgia concerning our dams and lakes, maintenance of our roads, our golf course, with a 45-year-old irrigation system, which is getting the front 9 irrigation system replaced, as well as a very old landscape equipment, security concerns, country club, recreation center, fire department, and the list goes on. We are a small city and have many of the same issues. As those working on the budget move forward, please keep in mind that many of them are fellow residents, neighbors, and volunteers that have the same concerns as you. Every proposed item is thoroughly scrutinized and judged to determine its value to the community. We will do our best to produce the most efficient expenditures of the association's funds as soon as possible. Thanks, Mike Barnwell.
We'll move on to the operations report, Ms. Kennedy.
Okay, under administration, we're currently in the process of finalizing the budget for the 2020-2021 fiscal year. The board of directors will vote on the completed budget on March 16th, which is at the next open meeting. The POA office's goal is to make sure that all statements are mailed out no later than March 25th. Just a reminder that the assessments are due on May 1st of every year, and if you do not receive your statement by April 1st, please notify the front office. Just a property control reminder as well tonight. With all the recent seemingly endless rain that we've been having, culverts around the neighborhood have become full of leaves, trash, and debris. The association only maintains the culverts that run under the roads and on the association-owned property. Our maintenance team will be evaluating these culverts and cleaning them out this week. If you're aware of any of those culverts near you that are stopping up in heavy rain, please report it to the POA office. Property owners are responsible for any culverts that run under driveways. So just a reminder, if you have a culvert under your driveway, please take the time to clean it out to prevent flooding on your property, your neighbor's property, or the road. That's all I have.
Anybody have any questions on operations? Hearing none, we'll move on. We have no old business. Excuse me, I need a new business. We have, I need a motion to approve the lot stake process in order to mark vacant lots for sale. This is so people coming through will know if the lot's for sale, our association.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We've got a motion, I need a motion to approve the sale of 5076 Woodmont Drive.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I need a motion to sell 5534 Belmont Court.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I'll move on to the committee. Greens.
Greens Committee. Work has begun on the irrigation, replacing the irrigation system on the front 9 holes. Can you hear me?
No.
Okay. So work has begun on the front 9 holes to replace the irrigation system. As the work progresses, expect 1 to 2 holes to be closed at a time. Also, we have the first aerification of the year scheduled for March 10th. So expect the course to be closed on that day if the weather permits. It's all for Greens.
Thank you. This has been a long time coming. It's, we need it really, really bad. And it's gonna really improve the golf course. So if everybody just be patient and, let them work. It won't take that long. We'll get it done. Recreation, Ashley. Community relations.
Hi, that's me. Can you hear me? Yeah. I think so. Okay, so it's that time of year. We're trying to get together for the 4th of July. We're gonna rally and try and get together earlier and earlier. Every year, sooner or later, it's gonna be July 6th for the following year. So earlier, every year, we're trying to get earlier and earlier so we can get better and better with this. But there was an email that went out today about the 4th of July. We're trying to get things settled for 4th of July. But I do want to say, save the date. We're finally resurrecting the Fairfield potluck. Normally in the past, this is actually before my time, because I haven't had a potluck since I've been here, but I guess there was a potluck for new people in the community. So, since there hasn't been one in 5 years, there's gonna be a lot of people there, I hope. So, let's see, and details to follow, but it's gonna be April 26th, held here at the rec center from 3 to 6. And our very own Fairfield Fire Department will be smoking their awesome butts. So if anybody bought those in the past, you know how delicious and juicy they were. So anyway, so they're gonna be doing that, and it's gonna be a big community event, I hope. I guess it's gonna be more like a, coming from Chicago, we would call them like street parties or something, I don't know, I mean, but.
Block party.
Block party.
I call them gang activity.
Okay, yeah, it could be gang activity, but yeah, block party, I guess. So anyway, so I'm gonna make a post with my personal email, and I'd like everybody to RSVP and let me know how many people they plan on bringing. And everyone's welcome, of course. It's a family event, and we're hoping to enjoy the weather on April 26th. Hopefully, it'll be nice and not raining. To enjoy some outdoor activities, and those will be announced depending on the weather, of course. So I look forward to this. This is going to be something really good. So we're going to have the potluck, which would be the Fairfield Fire Department, and they're smoking the butts, but then everyone will bring a plate, I guess. That's what's been my understanding. Since I've never been to one, I'm hoping it's going to be okay. So everyone will bring a plate to share and commune with the families and other people in the neighborhood, and just kind of get to know our neighbors, new and old, is what my thoughts are. So I look forward to this event. That's it.
Thank you, Tiffany. That would be like an old dinner on the ground. Everybody brings something to eat, fire department gonna bring it for us.
And I think we've arranged for the fire department to have like the fire truck there, so I was hoping that it would be nice for the kids to kind of, I don't know, get up on it and honk the horn or something. I don't know, we're hoping to do something fun like that. That's what we've done at the block parties for Chicago, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Fire department, Chris.
I'm glad Tiffany talked about the fire department's budget, not me.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. Our fire EMS program, emergency services, for the month of January, had a total of 31 calls. And Allison and I were talking a little bit today about some things, but we've got a few guests here that just don't understand the purpose of our fire service. And it's really more than just, it's more than just a fire service. It's really emergency service is what we have in here. We're very blessed. I say this every Monday that we meet, but we're really blessed to be able to have our own fire service and EMS service in here. But the kind of calls that our department goes on are calls that just most people don't realize. I know in just the month of January, they had cars that people locked their keys in. They had animal rescue. I know they went on I think a dog bite, 1 or 2 dog bites for that month. Trees down. Now, this is just January. February is going to be even more because of the storms that we had that came through. That put down a lot of trees on the roads. But also invalid assist, and just in the month of January, we had 5 invalid assists that our EMS service was dispatched on. Also, carbon monoxide and smoke detectors that they went on as well. If you have any questions about your smoke detectors or your carbon monoxide detectors, feel free to stop by the fire station and talk with them about it. They can give you some advice on certain things, or actually give you advice on all of it. But also they had EMS calls, excluding vehicle injury. They had 2 of those. And they also had patient refusal. In other words, they go on some calls and patients just didn't want to be transported to the hospital. But just to let y'all know, it's more than just a fire department. It is our EMS service is what we have, and we're very proud of the work that they do. Thank you.
I'd just like to interject something if I could. I have been one of those people that have called our fire department, and I have been lax in thanking them, because what I would like to say is that more than anything, it was really nice for me to have people that, number one, know me, show up and help me. My father just recently passed away, but he was one of the people that refused to go to the hospital when they came. So I just want, it meant a lot to me to have people show up, people that I knew. I felt like the whole fire department and staff showed up at my house. And that was actually really comforting to me. So I just want to know, I just thank Fairfield so much, but mostly I thank the fire department that has always been there and always been professional and friendly and responsive to the needs of me and my parents. So on a personal note, that's what I wanted to say, and I just appreciate them.
Thank you, Tiffany. Community patrol, all I'll say is everything seems to be going pretty good there, except we still have a problem with people running stop signs. And, they're cracking down on that, so if you need people in your family or your guests, remind them they need to stop for the stop signs, stop and count to 3 before you go, after looking both ways. So that's it with community patrol. Document that.
Nothing at this time.
Strategic planning,
Nothing at this time.
lot management. Anybody got anything for Don? Okay. Roads and maintenance, Chris,
Rain.
And more rain.
and potholes to follow.
Yes.
Property control, Mr. Lucas.
I'd just like to compliment Barry, Lonnie, Allison, Dakota for the job they do on property control. They have a lot on their plate, a lot of decisions to be made, and you really don't know what they go through at a meeting until you sit in that meeting. So I compliment those 4 people. They do a fantastic job.
I agree, everybody should visit property control, sit through, endure a meeting in property control.
Endures the word.
It's a intense, long meeting, very, very serious-minded people on that case. Community grounds and enhancement,
Rain.
Rain. Lakes and dam, Barry.
No, nothing right now.
Okay, does anybody on the board have anything else? Okay, at this point, I'll adjourn the meeting, and, if we got anybody concerns? Everybody?
Nobody's talking.
Wait a minute, we got a concern right
What is the rain, what is preventing the road striping?
Yes.
The rain and the cold weather.
Okay, just curious.
A lot of research has been conducted on the type of paint to be used. We've got some pretty knowledgeable people in the community concerning that, and they want to get one that's gonna last this time, so. Yes, sir.
Explain the new business lot stake process. What is that?
Who wants to explain that?
Allison.
The lot stake process is very similar to the real estate sign decals that go on the signs that are placed on developed lots, which is like a house. We currently do not have anything in place right now for lots, but we don't want signs everywhere on these vacant lots. We don't want to look like we had an involved fire sale. So we developed a process in order to advertise these lots. And basically you can purchase a lot stake. They're all going to be uniform, made by our maintenance department. and they're actually gonna be made out of, a balsa wood so that they'll last, and they're gonna have the lot numbers spray painted on there. And that's basically, they're all gonna be uniform. So it's gonna be a brown stake with, I believe, with the for private owned lots, it's gonna just have the lot number spray painted on it in black. The POA lots that we're advertising will have lot stakes out there. I think we have 3 lots out there right now that have them on there. And they are, they're brown with the white. They actually have white lettering on them. So, those will be available once we get this process finalized for sale at the POA office for $40. And they just have to be maintained, and they're good for the, until you sell the lot. But no riders or any additional information placed in the lot. And with, just like with the real estate signs, if you own a lake lot or a golf course lot, you can place 2 if you choose to purchase them. So.
Yes, sir.
Are they gonna bring up that declaration of restrictions back up and vote on it again?
We have discussed that yet.
Yeah, I'll bite on that. At the last meeting, I said that the document management committee is relooking at it one more time to come up with some reason to, or some method and a strategy to try to get it back out one more time. Because our committee believes it's very important to this community to get the document updated. Get it, get it up to at least the 20th century from the 18th century or whatever the hell we wrote it.
What do you think it is? People don't understand it, or?
That's possibly it. I guess I didn't do a good enough job. We're gonna try one more time to put it out in such a way that people understand the reasons why we need a revised DOR. We haven't got that strategy developed yet. We're gonna work on it one more month, and hopefully in March, I'll come back with some definite information on what we're gonna do.
I think some people in the community think we're trying to trick them. Actually, just trying to trick them into spending more money. And the board can come up and just declare an emergency anytime we want to and make a special assessment for more money, which is not true. We'd have to pay it too. So
Well, and I also feel like what people need to realize is that if there is a road that goes out or something, I don't really know. I mean, I've never lived in a POA community that didn't have some kind of special assessment. So, and I don't know if that's the issue, I don't really know, but we need to prepare for our future too. So we cannot take out another loan. We can't do it. And if something happens to our roads or the dam, what are we gonna do? That's what people need to think about. What are we gonna do? So, yeah, move, maybe whoever wants to do that. But I really like to live here.
I hadn't planned to discuss it, but the emergency special assessment seems to be the big hang-up. And the big key word is emergency. You gotta have that tornado, you gotta have that hurricane, you got that flood. If you don't have that, then there's no special assessment. The rest of the whole document needs to be updated because we're not Treasure Lake. It's not Great Northern Company, and a lot of other reasons that this thing is so outdated, we need to streamline it. So it's a two-front thing. Streamline the document and give the board some way to react to an emergency. And we haven't decided how we're gonna try to package that one more time, but we're working on it. And in November, I'll come back with some more details as to what we're gonna have to do.
March.
Oh.
Hmm?
You said November.
Oh, I said November? That's because that's when I'll be off the board. Yeah. In November, I won't care, but in March, I still care.
Don't threaten us.
Anyway,
You're supposed to care whether you're on or off.
the other election's in November. I'll get this right, one or the other. Yeah,
It's September, actually.
yeah, well, yeah, sure.
September.
The real elections.
The real is.
Really, that's what.
Yeah.
Something
And
happened.
some of us will be cut loose is in September, right? Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
I second.
A motion and a second, the meeting's now adjourned.
Thank you, everybody.
For what?
That's all right.